When I opened the email, my hands went cold. From Emily Richards, subject, about the wedding mom, please don't come. It's better if you just watch through the live stream, okay? No explanation. No warmth. Just that one line. After raising her alone for 25 years, after all the nights I worked double shifts just to pay for her college, she didn't even want me there. But I wasn't angry, not yet. I just knew something was wrong. Emily was always sweet, respectful. Until Daniel came into her life. The charming CEO, 15 years older, divorced, loaded with money. She fell fast too fast. When I met him, he smiled wide and shook my hand like he was sealing a deal. And the way he looked at Emily, it wasn't love. It was ownership. I tried to warn her once, gently. She snapped, "You're just jealous, Mom. You've never had someone like him." After that, she stopped visiting. Calls turned to texts. Then nothing. So when I got that email, my gut told me Daniel was behind it. And if he didn't want me there, then I definitely had to go. The wedding was set at the Blackridge estate, a place so private that even Google Maps blurred it out. I didn't RSVP. I didn't tell anyone I was coming. But I knew Daniel's type. Men like him always had secrets, and I had spent my life learning how to find them. When I was younger, before Emily was born, I worked as an investigative journalist. That job nearly got me killed once, but it also taught me two things. Everyone hides something. The best revenge is exposure. So I packed my old camera, my recorder, and a new dress. If Emily didn't want me at her wedding, fine. But I'd still be there, just not as her mother. The day of the wedding, I arrived early, disguised as a freelance photographer from a local magazine. Nobody checked credentials too closely when you carried a camera and confidence. The venue was breathtaking: crystal chandeliers, white roses, string quartet playing under the open sky. But beneath the beauty, there was something off. Guests whispered in corners, security guards stood at every exit, and Daniel's eyes, when they landed on me, paused, just for a second, as if he almost recognized me. Then he smiled, that same rehearsed smile. "Ah, the press. Stay out of the way, will you? Oh, I plan to." When Emily walked down the aisle, I almost forgot why I was there. She was radiant, like the little girl who used to wear my veil and pretend she was a bride. But her eyes looked hollow. Then I saw it, a bruise, half hidden by her sleeve. My blood ran cold. During the vows, Daniel held her hand tight. Too tight. He whispered something that made her flinch. I wasn't imagining it anymore. He wasn't just controlling, he was dangerous. After the ceremony, I followed one of the security men. He led Daniel into a private room. I slipped behind a column, recording quietly. "Daniel, she'll sign it after the honeymoon. Once her name's changed, all her assets transfer cleanly, guard, and the mother Daniel handled. She won't show up." I almost laughed out loud. Handled? Oh, Daniel. Not quite. I waited until the reception. The speeches started. Champagne flowed. The band played something soft and slow. That's when I made my move. I walked straight onto the stage, camera still hanging around my neck, and grabbed the mic. "Good evening, everyone. I'm not on the schedule, but since we're celebrating love, maybe we should start with honesty," the crowd murmured. Daniel froze. I hit a button on my camera. The speakers screeched, then Daniel's recorded voice filled the air. "She'll sign it after the honeymoon, once her name's changed." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Daniel lunged toward me, but I stepped back. "Oh, and if you touch me, Daniel, this entire recording's already uploaded to 3 different reporters. You remember journalism? My old job." He stopped cold. The color drained from his face. Emily stood there, trembling, mascara streaking her cheeks. "Mom, what is this?" "Proof," I said softly. "He's marrying you for your money." Her father, my late husband, had left Emily a small fortune in trust when she turned 25. Daniel had known exactly what he was doing. Emily turned to him. "Is it true?" He didn't answer. That was all she needed. The police arrived. Someone had already called them when I played the recording. Turns out Daniel wasn't just a con artist. He was under investigation for fraud, identity theft, and assault. He tried to escape. Didn't make it far. That night, Emily cried in my arms for the first time in years. "I'm sorry, Mom. I should have listened to you." I brushed her hair from her face. "You're safe now. That's all that matters." But deep down, I knew the story wasn't over. Because a week later, I got another email. From unknown sender, subject, "You shouldn't have crossed me." Attached was a photo, Daniel in handcuffs, smirking. And behind him, a man in a gray suit I'd never seen before. The next morning, Emily's car brakes failed. She survived barely. When I checked her car, I found something wedged inside the wheel well. A silver cufflink. With the initials MR. My heart stopped. Those were my late husband's initials, except my husband had died 25 years ago. At least, that's what I'd believed. I went digging again. Old records. Death certificates. Everything. And then I found no body was ever recovered. Just a charred car wreck. My husband had been declared dead after an accident on the highway the year Emily was born. Daniel's middle name, Michael. Michael Roberts. He'd used an alias. Changed his age. Changed everything. The man who married my daughter was my husband. I stared at the old wedding photo on my desk. Same smirk. Same eyes. He'd survived. Disappeared. And all these years later, he'd found his way back through our daughter. My stomach twisted. Emily still doesn't know the truth. And I can't tell her, not yet. Because if he's alive, he's not done. And now neither am I.